Hello and welcome to another IT Portal setup video. In this video we're going to show you how to set up a lab environment for the on-premise. I'm going to cover through each one of these steps in details to make sure you can do this successfully. So the first thing we want to do is we want to copy the Portal installation folder to a new folder like this one right here. So as you can see here, we provide a screenshot of what it should look like, the content. Typically in our installs we install to CINET-pub, and you can tell by if you see these folders here and all the contents here, then you should be in the right folder. I'm going to go to command prompt and I'm going to robocopy the installation folder to our test install folder. I'm going to mirror and exclude log files, retry 0, wait 0. Alright, so that finished copying. So the next step is in IIS, we want to create a new website that points to our new test folder. So we're going to open up Administrative Tools, IIS. This is our default website. As you can see, the path for this is INET-pub www.root. So I'm going to create a new website. I'm going to call it test. CINET-pub www.root. In my case here, I'm going to use a non-standard port. I'm going to use SSL. Alright, so we also want to create the virtual directory called variables. So if we look at our main production site, we have this folder for the variables. And on our test site, since we had copied it, this is now the new path. So I'm going to add a virtual directory called variables. And I'm going to point it to that path right there. Alright, so now the next thing is we want to open up the variable includes. This actually has our configuration, and we're going to want to add this line here. So let me actually copy this first. And I'm going to explore the new folder we created. Open the file up. And then I'm going to add the new line. Now, this actually let me save, but sometimes when those folders get created, the INET-pub test, we don't have the proper permissions. So you want to make sure that you apply read-write access to that folder. That's going to help us with the upgrade process. It'll ensure that the upgrade process works without returning an error message. It says also edit the var install path as well, because we need to point that to the new install path. So let me do that. So as you can see here, we have our install path. We want to change this to test and save the file. Alright, so it looks like we are now ready. For at least IIS is ready. Now we just have to do our SQL part. So this is real simple. All we're going to do is create a new database. So if this is the name of our database, we're going to create a new database with the same name, and we're going to append the word test to it. So let's go ahead and open up SQL Management Studio. I happen to already have it open up right here. This is our database, so I'm going to back this up. I'm going to create a new database. I'm going to call it test. And then the name of the database. And at this point now, I'm going to restore. I am going to point it to our backup. This does take a second. It will say non-responding, but just wait it out. It should take a couple seconds. At this point, we can go ahead and pick our file. So I actually remember the name of the backup file. I'm going to hit OK. For the destination database, make sure it says test. We don't want to overwrite our production database. Over here, make sure we're going to overwrite the existing database. We don't need to create a tail log, and we want to close any connections that we may have to that. Just going to double check. Okay, want to make sure we have space. 1 second. All right, so I was able to restore the database, and now what we want to do is we want to open up Chrome. We want to go to our new QA website, and I did use a different port number. And now when it runs, you're going to see that the background is gray and it says not production. Now you may not see this. You do have to be on the latest version of the code to actually see this message and to see the background as gray in version 4. Version 3 also shows a similar message like this as well. So that concludes our video. Thank you and have a good day.